Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to the live stream. Hello, hello. How's it going, guys? So, hello, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. And in this live stream, we're going to be going over the market as of today. As we can see, stocks staged dramatic rebound after Trump announces Greenland framework. So the market rallied today. Let's take a look at the QQQ, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was up 1.35%. What do I think of the year 2026? It's hard to determine what the market's going to do. If anybody says that they know what the market's going to do, that's just a lie. I mean, they could be a guess, but if I wanted to make a guess, I'll say the market is probably flat. I think the market's going to be pretty flat. I'm pretty optimistic, though, with AI. I think AI is going to really help some businesses, but also potentially really hurt some businesses, so that's the problem. Let's talk about the big news, guys. 5,000 subscribers. We have reached 5,000 subscribers, so you know what that means? We're having a Q&A. So if you want to ask me any questions about anything, whether it's stocks, whether it's personal, I'll try to answer it to my best ability. If you have any questions, just ask it in the comments. And yeah, this should be a fun stream, hopefully. So yeah, if you have any comments, just let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I major in finance. How big is your current stock portfolio? So I'm not going to say the exact amount. I'll just say this. It's in the five figures mark. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give exact amounts, but it's in the 5 figures. So it's not big, but it's a decent size. How long have I been in the market? Technically, I've been in the market since 2021, technically. Since 2021. So coming up, I think it's been exactly 5 years now. I've been investing with my own money. So, yeah. So 5 years investing with my own money. But taking a look at the subscribers, guys. 5,000. 5,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much. I can't believe we're at 5,000. This is a dream come true, if I'm being honest. Dream come true. But let's just take a look at the stock market today. Trump had some comments on a Greenland framework, which made the market really rally. It says they're rallying because uncertainty just got priced out of the market as a result of his pulling back near-term tariffs. So that's the main reason the market is rallying today. Thank you so much, Aston. Hopefully that's your name, Aston. Thank you for the support, all of you in this chat right now. Thank you. So I really appreciate the support. Guys, I've also found out that somebody has been copying my YouTube videos. So how do we feel about that? They've been copying my thumbnails, my titles, basically my entire video framework. So tell me what you guys think about that in the live chat. What should I do? Should I just let it go? We'll see. Report them? Yeah, I've already reported them. I don't want to say who they are. I don't want to say names because that's just going to make a mess. But I've asked them politely multiple times to please at least change their thumbnail and title at least a little bit, but they haven't been doing that. They kept deleting it. They just keep deleting it, so it's fine though. Honestly, I think I'm just going to let it go because I truly believe my videos are better anyway. That's just my belief. So yeah. It is just annoying though when you ask someone to please don't copy me. They copy every single thing. And it's been almost every single one of their videos, so. So do we have any stocks you want me to go over, guys? Anything in the market? I know we have some earnings coming up tomorrow. We have Intel, some other. Yeah, so we have some. Also, if you guys want to give me any ideas on any video ideas or titles or thumbnails, what do you think can improve the videos? Because I'm here with all ears because the most important thing is talking to the audience. So if you guys have any recommendations to make the videos better, the titles better, what should I do or make the videos better? Should I add maybe B-roll to the videos? So say if I'm talking about ASML's machines, should I put a B-roll of their machines? Or say I'm talking about Visa and MasterCard, should I put a B-roll of that? Or just talking out loud, I would like to see what you guys have to think, but we have Alex asking about Nike. I can already say this. I believe Nike's a bit overvalued still, and I just don't like how they don't have a good enough moat. That's just me, but let's take a look at Nike. Let's put Nike in here. Okay, wait, let me change this. How should how do you think I should improve the background, guys? What do you guys think? How can I improve the background in my videos? And we think B-rolls would help the videos, because I tried implementing some B-rolls in which video? Let me show you guys. Let me quickly show you guys the video. Let's go. Everything I'm buying. So I'm buying these 10 stocks heavily.
Spending is a bit bad,
in 2026.
I still think this is a great company to own and buy right now. So that's
as
what
we see if we scroll here. Say I was talking about ASML.
Only company on earth that creates EUV lithography machines, which if you don't know, they're over $400 million per machine.
Or say, like, I was talking about Google, I believe, can be the largest market cap company in the world.
When your kid is hurting here, and there's nothing you can do about it, that's the worst feeling in the world.
Videos, I believe Google can be the largest company in the entire world.
See, for example, I implement this market cap.
It's very close to getting there.
Well, I'm talking about with Google these assumptions here, I think can be the largest market cap company. Also implemented some
151
edits
he gets under
in these
250
videos here.
He is probably 200.
But let's go over to Nike. So when we take a look at Nike market cap $96.83 billion. P ratio though 38.25. Forward P ratio 28.15. The P ratios are pretty darn high for me. Free cash flow yield also pretty low for a company like Nike. Growing very slow. That's a very low free cash flow yield. Net cash isn't too bad, -$3 billion. Looking at the financial charts, we can see the revenues decreasing, net income decreasing. Me personally, I'd stay away from Nike. That's just me, but let's input some assumptions for Nike. Honestly, you do everything well. You just need to speak about all kind of stocks, like even Palantir and stuff, because that's what people are interested in. I think, yeah, that is good. But at the same, yeah, I can try and do that. I obviously won't recommend it, because one thing I'll promise you guys is that I will never recommend a stock that I personally do not believe in. Just remember this. I'll never recommend a stock that I don't believe in. And I've also had multiple emails. I'm not going to say who, but they have offered me a good amount of money to basically promote a stock. So far, I haven't done it. These stocks are, say, $10, $100 million companies. And I've been offered a good amount of money to go over these stocks and even not even say it's necessarily a good buy, but at least give it publicity. And I don't want to do that because I think that's a sellout. I'm just going to promote things that I personally believe in. And also, remember, do your own due diligence. Please do not just buy because I'm buying or some other person on the internet's buying or even Warren Buffett's buying. Please do your own research, and you have to believe in the company you own, and that's just my recommendation. But getting back to Nike, so let me stop rambling about that. Going back to Nike here, two key check marks here. Shares outstanding are the only thing that looks decent, and the PE ratio is okay. Revenue growth, let's do 4. Actually, let's do 3, 5, and 7 for Nike. Profit margins, right now it's at 5, but in the past they've had up to 10. So let's just do 5, 8, an 11. Future PE ratio, honestly, 15. I'm gonna be aggressive with the PE ratio, and I'm gonna show you guys why I still think this company is overvalued. Calculate. See, negative returns. Do I think you're gonna make negative returns with Nike? Probably not. But me personally, from this price, I still think it's overvalued, and the fundamentals just look terrible. So let's look at AMKR. Let's see what that is. Amkor Technology, Semiconductor Packaging and Test Services. Market cap $13.2 billion. P ratio is a bit high. Free cash flow yield doesn't seem too bad. At least they have more cash than their debt. Financial charts already, I'm staying away from this company. That's just what I believe. One feedback. In your website for intrinsic value calculator, it'd be good if they plug in some default numbers for that stock. It's hard to go to different places for base numbers. So what do we mean by that? Do you think I should say put past numbers of the company? So say, I don't know, say let's go to a big company like Google. Should I put like past numbers so at least it's in the range? So looking at Google, let's see. For Google, say they grew 10-11% revenue. Should we put it automatic that it's 11 for the base case and say plus or minus 2% or something like that? And then for the profit margin, since it's 32%, say the base case is 32. Then the future PE ratio. The problem is, I think just because past performance shows that doesn't mean that you should necessarily have that. That's the only thing. I don't know how I'd do this, because just because past performance doesn't mean that the company is going to continue to grow that fast. Just look at plenty of examples like, I don't know, Hims and Hers. That company's decelerating very fast. You have Palantir that's accelerating growth. That's just, I don't know. We'll try and we'll see how we can do that. Do we have any other suggestions or questions you guys want to ask me? Any more questions? I'll try and figure out something to do with the intrinsic value calculator. Let's take a look at Zeta. Zeta. Omnichannel data-driven cloud platform that provides enterprise with consumer intelligence and marketing automation software. Let me see. How'd you hear about Zeta? Did you hear that from my boy Arya? Because I know in quality investing with Arya Radnya. I know he's made some videos on that company. Right now, let's see. They're not profitable. So it's going to be hard to determine a profit margin for this company. Free cash flow yield looks pretty good. Net cash looks pretty good. I do like that they're free cash flow positive. 160 billion. Yeah, and I know you watched other YouTubers, but I'm just asking because I know Arya has made a bunch of videos on Zeta. I've honestly never heard other YouTubers that have gone over Zeta, so that's just what I've been looking around, you know. But the only thing I don't like is the shares outstanding are really increasing fast. You don't know Arya? You should go check him out. I really like his videos. We've been trying to get a collaboration or something going with Arya, but things just haven't worked out between us. Just going back and forth, trying to figure out if we can get a time to do something together. But you should go check him out. I really enjoy his videos. Seems like a good guy too. Let's do 5, 10, 15 for profit margin. That might be wrong. I'm not sure exactly, but let's do 23, 33. $43. Shares outstanding. Let's do 7, 5, and 3. This is probably going to show good numbers. Actually, no. 5.6% return. Me personally, I'm not investing in this company. The reason I say this is because you have to think the profit margin has to go from -2 to 10% for this to even be a 5% return. That's just my personal belief. But let's take a look at Trade Desk. It'd be interesting to hear from you guys. What should our 2027 end of the 2026 year? What should our goal be for subscribers? I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. What should the goal number be for 2026? But going over to the Trade Desk, 50K subscribers. That would be crazy. I mean, that would be awesome, but do I think that's going to happen? I highly doubt it. My goal is 10,000 at least. So, my goal is 10,000. But 50,000 subscribers would be insane. Do you guys think I can hit that? Do you guys think I can hit 50,000 subscribers? Like, truthfully, by the end of the year, 50,000 subscribers is crazy. I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Looking at the market cap for the Trade Desk, $17 billion. P ratio 40, forward P ratio 17. The pace at which I make videos, what do you mean by the pace? Just the quantity of videos, because I make videos basically every day. I try to. And I'm going to try and start live streaming almost every day. And I mean, I'm going to start trying to live stream once big earnings comes out. So when we have, like, say, Meta, Google, I'm going to be live streaming when those earnings comes out. And how about this? What do you guys think of if... I was thinking, once the earnings come out for these companies, what if I live stream that, let's think of a company. Just say Google. Say Google falls 10%. Should I, when I'm live streaming that, should I also make a video? What I mean by that is immediately as the earnings come out, we go through the earnings and then I say start a video and show you my analysis of the company during the live stream. And I just screen record basically what my analysis would be on stream and at least hopefully try not to mess up. How do you think that would turn out, guys? I don't know. That's just what I was thinking, because then we can get the video out as fast as possible. And I think the key will be, if there's big news for companies and I can get it out as fast as possible, then I'll get a lot more views. But once again, back to the trade desk. 21% revenue growth, net income looks good. Shares outstanding don't look too bad. Let's look up revenue. TTD. $18.16. They're expected to grow like 15-16%. So if that's true, let's just do 10, 14, 18. Future profit margin. Um, 13, 16. What clickbait should I use, guys? Me personally, I know it's probably not best for trying to make as much money as possible, but I want to be an investor that shows the world basically how to actually invest, learn. I don't want to just put some garbage clickbait out there. That's just my personal belief, though. I don't want to just clickbait people. I want to be authentic. For the trade desk, this might be 7% return. So 7% return with the trade desk. Let's take a look at Monday. Monday.com. If you guys have any more questions, questions about me personally or stock market related, that would be cool. Just nice little Q&A here. P ratio is insanely high. Free cash flow yield doesn't look too bad. Net cash, $1.6 billion. That is very good. Financial charts, 31% revenue growth. That looks good. Net income looks pretty good. Shares outstanding, though, not great. What does this company do? Software applications. Using some create and manage it. Include that manages workflows, projects, portfolios. So CRM. So kind of like a CRM business, I guess. But how would I make a clickbait? Like, what clickbait thumbnails would I be able to make? Monday's expected to grow about 18%. So let's do 18. Let's just do 13, let's do 13, 17, 21. Profit margin, this is going to be hard to do. Let's just do 5, 10, 15. Future PE ratio. Let's do 30. 35, 40. Shares outstanding. How much were they increasing their shares? 4%. .6% return from today. So, me personally, staying away. But if you guys have any like Q&A questions, 'Any Q&A questions, that would be nice. How long have we been live streaming? 31 minutes. 31 minutes. So, can we think of any other ideas or better ways to make videos or anything like that? I also have some ideas. What do you guys think? An upcoming video, I'm going to be calling it 3 hidden gem stocks to buy. And it's going to be on 3 companies you guys suggested over the past few live streams that I think could be interesting buys. What do you guys think of that? How do you think that will do? Do you think that's a good video or... let's see. XAR. Let's take a look at XAR, guys. What is this? So it's an ETF. So not much I can really say here. Me personally, I don't think there's really a reason to be investing in this. The only reason I say this is because if I were to invest in an ETF, which I am in my IRA, I'd rather just put it into the S&P 500. Past 5 years, 139%. But if we take a look at the SPY, 79%. So it is outperformed by a good amount. But me personally, if I were to invest in an ETF, it would just be the S&P 500, which would be the SPY or VOO. Now, taking a look at AMD, I think most people know what AMD is. Market cap 406 bill. P ratios are insanely high. I'm just going to say it here. I think AMD is overvalued at these prices. AMD is expected to grow 30%. 30%? That's insane. I did not know AMD is expected to grow this fast. I mean, if that's accurate, I mean, geez. Future P ratio, I don't even know what to put for this. Share change. They increase shares definitely. 11% increase in shares. That's insane. With this, I get 6.4% annual return. Me personally, I think AMD is just way too overvalued right now. And I don't like how they're diluting shareholders. Let's take a look at Intel. Let's see Intel. The problem with Intel is honestly just the revenue growth. Honestly, I'm staying away from this company just due to the fundamentals. Negative free cash flow just doesn't look good. Just doesn't look good. That's just me. Look at this. 7-step stock analysis. 0 out of the 7 key metrics. Man, I'm tired. We can take a look at Oracle. Yeah, even though Intel is skyrocketing, I just don't think the fundamentals around the business are good. That's just me. Oracle growing 7%, that's it? The thing I'll already tell you what I don't like about Oracle. They're expected to grow this much. Near 40% revenue. Like, if that's true, though, this company looks good. But honestly, just the amount of debt. $131 billion. This is insane. And they don't even have free cash flow. They have negative $10 billion in free cash flow. $130 billion in debt. I'd say be careful about this company, but let's input some assumptions here. Let's just do 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Future profit margin. Let's do 23, 26, 29. Future P/E ratio. Let's do 25, 40, 55. I already know this is going to show us great returns, but I just don't think it's worth it with the amount of debt this company has. If there's any economic downturn, then you might get cooked with this company, honestly. If there's any bad economic, could be bad. I already know there's going to be crazy returns, 24.6%, like I said. The debt is crazy. The debt is crazy, guys. That's the thing. If you believe, though, if you're willing to take on the risk of the amount of debt this company has, man, 189 billion, 183 billion. Man, that debt is just way too much, guys. That debt is way too much. Me personally, I don't even know if I would want to buy Oracle. Just the amount of debt this company has is just too risky to me. I think if I were to buy Oracle, man, I would have to do some very low assumptions, like let's do this. Let's see. 7.8%. If I were to buy this company, it has to be under 100, like $25. $125 would be where I'd potentially buy this company. It's just the debt is insane. Not saying you shouldn't ever buy this company, because if it was $1 a share and the market cap was, say, a few billion, obviously you'd buy it, but I just don't see it anytime soon. Let's take a look at Pinterest. I've taken a look at Pinterest before, and a lot of people think Pinterest is undervalued, right? And the reason I believe this is because looking at this PE ratio, take a look at this PE ratio. You get an 8.7 PE ratio, 13.1 forward PE ratio. So you're looking at this, wow, very cheap valuation, insanely cheap. Net cash is $2.5 billion. They're growing very fast. What's not to like, right? Take a look at the profit margin, 49%. Some step stock analysis. Everything looks good besides increasing shares slightly. But here's the big deal. If you dive deeper into their accounting, this net income, guys, don't trust it. You want to know why? Go over to the financial statements, income statement. As we can see here, net income was negative 35 million. $1.8 billion. Go to the cash flow. You see how the cash flow barely went up during that time? The cash flow did go up a decent amount, say 30%. But the net income went up insanely high. And if you want, let me show you guys why that is. In the 1 or 2 live streams ago, I don't know if it was the last live stream or I'm not sure which one, but I know I told you someone asked me about Pinterest. And the reason is because let's take a look at why is Pinterest earning so high, and then we're going to ask Google Gemini basically what is the actual profit margin. Why is Pinterest earning so high? Let's see what Google Gemini has to say. So it doesn't tell us here. Okay. What is there? Not including. Because they had a tax benefit recently. Let's see. Let's see if they can give us some numbers. Bro. Why is it not telling us for Pinterest? Come on. Come on, Google Gemini. Let's work. So $1.6 billion of their net income was basically just because of accounting. So going to the financial statement, 1.6, guys. So in reality, they made about $300 million. That's about a 10% profit margin. So if we input some assumptions, let's do 10, 15, 20. For the profit margin revenue, I expect them to grow about 10, 12%. Let's do 8, 11, 14. Future P/E ratio 20, 24. Yeah, let's do 24 and then 28. Shares outstanding, I'm assuming it's increasing. Yeah, 1%. So let's do 2, 1, 0. Calculate this. Here's what we get. 6.7% return. Me personally, I don't really want to invest in Pinterest because this is why you have to dig deeper into their accounting and all the incomes, all the statements that they have, because just because you see a P ratio of 8.7 doesn't mean that it's actually 8.7. Just letting you guys know this. Let's take a look at Sprouts Farmers Market. This one is interesting. Sprouts Farmers Market is very interesting to me. Thing I don't love is obviously the net cash, but it makes sense for a grocery store. Free cash flow yield, very good. P ratio is very good. All that looks very good. They're growing very nicely. Look at this growth. Let's just do conservative numbers, 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10% growth. Profit margin, let's do 5, 6, 7. Future PE ratio, let's do 18. Let's do 17, 20, and 23. Shares outstanding, are they buying back? Yes, they are, and they're buying back a good amount. That's good and bad at the same time, because let's see when they're buying back. Okay, they slowed down the buybacks when the stock really rose, so that's good for the company. At least they weren't buying back like crazy then, but let's do -2, -2.5, -3. Calculate the intrinsics. 19.6% return. And these, I believe, are very conservative numbers, guys. Let's put a P ratio of even 15. That's a 9%. So, basically just based on the PE ratio, I think this company is interesting because the main reason, go over to Sprouts Farmers Market, analyst expectations. They're expected to grow about 9 to 10%. If they grew 10% and had a profit margin lower than today, then I think you can make 17%. So I'm interested in Sprouts Farmers Market. Let's do one more company and then I'm leaving, guys. I'm getting tired. Let's take a look at Serve. Serve Robotics, $985 million. Automatically, I'm saying no. The reason I'm saying this is looking at the financial statements. $1.9 million in revenue, net income, -$80 million. They're losing $80 million, guys. $80 million. The only thing you have going for them is the amount of cash they have. Me personally staying away. So that's just what I believe. And thank you guys for joining this live stream. I really appreciate y'all being here. If you have any questions about just Q&A type for 5K subscribers, if you want to ask in the next few minutes. But other than that, I'm done for stocks for the night. I'm getting tired. And by the way, guys, I have been starting to read The Intelligent Investor. I think if you're starting investing or value investing, please go ahead. This is probably the best book to read if you are a value investor. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Another good one is Peter Lynch, Beating the Street. That was probably my favorite. So that's just what I have for y'all. And if we don't get any more questions or comments, that's non-stock related, then I'm just going to. Where am I from? I'm from Florida. Yep. From the big Sunshine State. Enjoy your night too, Aston. So, guys, I'm going to be trying to, like I said, try and live stream. Trying to live stream almost every day. Unless I get too busy with school or just that in general. But I think that might be it for the night, guys. Please have a good night. See you all tomorrow. Probably make some type of video. Who knows what it's going to be on. Yeah. But thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. I really enjoy making videos for you guys and trying to teach people investing and help myself learn as the channel grows. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything about the stock market. I'll say I know more than average, but like I said, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. I'm here to learn with you guys, and thank you guys for watching this live stream, and have a good night. See ya.